Welcome to the Wednesday night Cuddlist Q&A. This is where we get to meet people that are in the training and hear everybody's voices and get our questions answered and just kind of share what we're up to here. So I'm Madeline Guanazzo. I'm in Chicago. My pronouns are she, her, hers. And I'm the co-founder of Cuddlist and the creator of this training. And tonight I'm going to be talking about intentions versus goals. So my emphasis is on intentions tonight and how we can use them working with clients, how they're helpful and useful and important. But before I do that, I'm going to say a few things about goals because goals are important and very useful. So I'm not dissing goals in any way. It's really helpful to make a distinction. So an example, goals are really clear and they're really concrete and they're so important for getting things done, right? When we want to get things done, we want to know what it is that we want to get done so we know when we've done it. So a goal is something like, I want to graduate from college, right? Like that's a very clear, concrete goal. For Cuddlist, it could be, I want to get my profile submitted. Boom. You know when that's happened. Then you wait to hear back from Cassandra. You want to become eligible to join the membership. That's a goal. You want to get certified. You want to get, certified, Cuddlist certified. You want to have your first professional session with a client and get paid. Those are goals. An intention is something that we hold, but it doesn't have a clear, it's there in the moment and it's kind of ongoing. So some examples to me of intentions are to hold healthy boundaries. That's an intention. It's not ever done, right? It's something I'm doing the best I can in the moment, and it's kind of that progress versus perfection kind of a thing. Some other intentions are to be of service, to trust in my choices, to enjoy what I'm doing. These are like intentions, and they're very helpful to identify because they focus our attention and our mind. They kind of actually create a container for our thoughts and our mind, and they are incredibly powerful. And I like to think of my intentions as something that I'm always acting on and that it's like a compass needle. So it's guiding me in a certain direction. It's sort of giving me direction. But it's not like I'm ever there. It's just showing where and how I'm moving. And they keep me grounded in the present. So it's like a meditation. When you're meditating, right, you're always maybe coming back to your breath, but you notice when your mind wanders and you come back to your breath. And intention is like that. It's like you're breathing. If my intention wanders and I forget and I go off on down some train of thought, I can be like, oh, but am I enjoying myself? I can remind myself and come back to that always in the moment, that no matter what I'm doing, my intention is to enjoy it or to relax or to be open, to be receptive. It's the how of what we're doing. Oh, and it's sort of where the quality of life is and the richness. So again, it's that thing of like, it's not the destination, it's the journey, and the intention it sort of shapes our journey. So how is this useful in a Cuddlist session? When we know that our intention is to be of service, it's to hold to the code of conduct, and it's to hold to that opening agreement, which means really staying present. Am I comfortable? Am I uncomfortable? I've promised that when I'm uncomfortable, I'll speak up. So we need to hold that intention of taking responsibility for our comfort level in the moment. And then, finding a way to gracefully communicate it when we become uncomfortable. And then in terms of keeping the session client-led, the intention, that's our intention, are those three things, right? It's being of service overall, and specifically in a Cuddlist session, it's by holding to the code of conduct, it's being clear about our boundaries, upholding that opening agreement, and keeping the session client-led. Well, what does that mean, client-led? And how do we hold to that intention? It can be really helpful to have your client identify an intention. So I do this in the screening process. I kind of also do check in at the beginning of a session. What do you want out of your session today? What's your intention today for your session? Or how would you like to leave feeling today? That's another way to phrase that question. And so when we help a client identify an intention, sometimes they'll just know, I want to feel relaxed today. Great, that's the intention. Maybe their intention is to stay centered or to trust themselves. Whatever that is, we can use that as a guiding compass, compass point or a North Star for keeping the session client led. Sometimes they'll say, I want to feel relaxed. I want to receive today. I want to feel nurtured. Great. That's a beautiful intention. I'm going to hold that intention with you. What would make you feel most relaxed right now? Close your eyes for a moment, or go ahead and let your body show you how it wants to be. What feels relaxed right now? So hopefully that's a helpful kind of a way to use an intention in a really concrete way to work with our client and to keep the session client led. And then at the end of the session, we can check in. We check in throughout the session. And at the end, like kind of how did we do? How do you feel? Are you feeling relaxed right now? It's a little way to sort of celebrate that intention. Do you feel nurtured? I love that. And I'll end by saying I have a little ritual that I've come to love that I do at the end of my sessions. I use candles during my session to kind of as energy purifiers to me. They add a lot to the space in terms of warmth and connection, but they can also kind of purify and burn up energies that are unwanted. They're really just kind of a lovely thing to have in the space. And at the end of the session, when I blow out the candles, I invite my clients to make a wish as they help me blow out the candles. So it's some way that they can kind of anchor for themselves whatever their intention is moving forward. And I'll blow out some candles with the same thing, like, wishing that my clients get their wish, that they get their intention. It's a really lovely way to put a button on that experience. So, yeah, that's my spiel about intentions versus goals and how we can use those as practitioners.